Greetings, brothers and sisters in arms. Chaplain Lawson with the 927th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion here at Soldiers Freedom Outdoors. Today is a very difficult topic to talk about. It's the day that Jesus chose to come into our place and give everything for us. And when you think about how big God is and how loving Jesus is and how comforting the Holy Spirit is, to me it's emotionally overwhelming, because there's times in our lives when we're struggling with things so deeply, with rejection, with uncertainty, with isolation, that it's hard for our natural mind to comprehend how God could send his son to the cross for us, how Jesus chose to go to the cross. In John 19:30, when Jesus was on the cross, he said, "It is finished." He did what God called him to do, and he chose to do it. Through the rejection, through the betrayal, through people cursing him, through the beatings, he chose to keep moving forward. And what he was agonizing over was not the rejection and the denial, betrayal, being beaten. He wasn't agonizing over that. He was agonizing being separated from his Father. I can't imagine being separated from God. I don't know how to live a life like that. So his agony was knowing he would be separated from his Father. But he did it because he loves us. And when he was after he said the words in John 19:30, "It is finished," he bowed his head and he gave up his spirit. He gave it up. It wasn't taken from him. He gave it up. And when that happened, Matthew 27:50 says that the curtain that was in the temple, in the Holy of Holies, that separated the most holy place in the temple, God's most holy place, from everybody else, that curtain was torn from the top down. It was torn so that we no longer have to be separated from God. We don't have to be separated from the presence of Jesus. We can tap into the power of the Holy Spirit. Jesus chose to be separated so that we can be connected. And even right now, we feel separated, we feel isolated, but we're not. The truth is, we are connected. Just like these horses, they're herd animals. They need to be together. There's horses in this herd that when you take two of them apart, they will cry and cry for each other until they come back together. And friends, I pray that your heart is to cry for the Lord, to come into his arms, to come into relationship with him. I love you. I thank you for what you're doing. Keep our brothers and sisters in arms overseas lifted in prayer, because they're feeling this isolation, this separation even more deeply.